Today we'll be discussing two often forgotten side notes of 4chan history. These are of women that the site was infatuated with about a decade ago. The stories of CreepyChan and Rose Gatto. Recently, the internet seems to have been taken by the rise of e-girls, young women whose unique and often strange or bizarre appearance have attracted the attention and obsession of hordes of lonely men. While this might seem like a fairly modern trend, the phenomenon of men collectively attaching themselves to a particular woman online has actually been going on for years. Today we're going to be discussing two examples. We'll start off today's discussion with Allison Harvard, who before gaining the attention of 4chan was a fashion model from Louisiana. Allison clearly had an interest in photography from a young age, as she began posting photos of herself as well as her artwork online as a teenager. These pictures attracted attention fairly quickly due to what can most easily be described as their eerie atmosphere. Most of these posts showed Allison staring at the camera with a blank, wide-eyed expression. Many of them also depicted Allison with a bleeding nose, as blood was a reoccurring trend in her pictures, along with makeup that gave the aspiring model a sickly appearance. Allison's photos didn't receive a huge amount of attention until 2005, when an anonymous user began posting them to 4chan. Her strange appearance quickly attracted the attention of the website's community, and they developed a fascination. They initially dubbed her names such as Tussin-chan, due to her drugged-out appearance, or creepy little friend. But by 2007, she was universally known across all boards as CreepyChan. As is the case with most internet memes, CreepyChan saw a spike in popularity before starting to fall back into obscurity. However, in 2009, things would change when Allison appeared as a contestant on America's Next Top Model, reinvigorating the community's obsession with her. On any other reality competition show like this, a contestant like Allison probably wouldn't last very long, as her strange demeanor and interests would most likely have alienated audiences that usually watch this type of show. She would often reference her interest in blood, and told the show's host Tyra Banks that she was jealous of people who had nosebleeds as a child, since she never had one herself. In addition, she would also occasionally say whatever strange things popped into her head, with no filter, like when she told a fellow contestant, "You have a nice skeleton." She managed to make it all the way to the final round, but unfortunately didn't win. She returned 2 years later in 2011 for the show's All-Star cycle, but again finished in second place. Since then, 4chan has changed quite a bit, as many modern-day users may not even have heard of CreepyChan until now. They've moved on to new obsessions. As for Allison, she has continued her modeling career and still books work in magazines and music videos to this very day. She's currently signed with Elite Model Management and last appeared as a model and dancer in a music video for the band The Pixies. And while the meme may have faded away a decade ago, if you go into the comment section of that newest music video, you can still find people who remember the legend of CreepyChan. While 4chan's harmless interest resulted in a positive outcome for this model, there are other times when the target of the website's obsession can have their life turned completely inside out. We'll learn more about one of these cases after a brief word from our sponsor. When shopping for underwear or loungewear, what are you looking for? Perhaps it's a breathable, form-fitting, stretchy, or soft material, or a very nice fit. For me personally, comfort comes before anything else, and Tommy John has the most comfortable underwear in the entire world. They have spent thousands of hours developing clothing that's comfortable throughout the entire day. I personally think that is because they're more supportive and less restrictive than other underwear I have tried out over the years. I am not being hyperbolic when I say their cool cotton boxer briefs are the best pair of underwear I've ever had. And on top of this, you could buy packs of 3 or 6, and they're delivered straight to your door. So to try them out for yourself, click the link in my description box, and use my code GFM to get up to 20% off plus free shipping on your first pack of Tommy Johns. Again, click the link in the description box down below to try them out for yourself. Rose Gatto, better known by her online name of Randy Taylor 69, is a YouTuber who began uploading all the way back in 2007. Just like most others on the up-and-coming platform, these early uploads were fairly simple vlogs of Rose talking directly to the camera, and she eventually branched out to a secondary gaming channel. She continued her new hobby until 2011, when a video of her building a PC was posted on 4chan's technology board. To put it simply, the community quickly became attached to her quirky and offbeat sense of humor and soft-spoken demeanor, and she soon became an icon of the board. What really made 4chan so interested with Rose, however, were her gaming videos. To give some context of why things soon got out of hand, this was around the time of the rise of the fake gamer girl archetype. The idea that in our society, there were some women out there who only pretended to play video games to get attention from men. Rose's videos, however, showed her playing games like Counter-Strike and using the same kind of language and smack talk that the men did. These traits gave Rose an avid fan base of lonely young guys. While most meant no harm and merely watched her videos, as is often the case, some had to take things to the next level. One such person, who could only be described as an obsessive stalker, decided he had to know more about Rose than was easily available, and began digging to learn as much about her as possible. This resulted in a great deal of information about Rose's family and personal life being doxed and spread around 4chan. In response, mods quickly began banning all discussions of her on the technology board, but that of course did not stop the more obsessive people from taking their discussions elsewhere, to places where there was no moderation whatsoever. Following the dox, Rose began deleting as much personal information as she could from her social media, as at the time it wasn't something most people thought about when becoming a YouTuber. In the aftermath of this incident, it became standard practice for online figures to separate social media between public and private accounts, a practice that's still followed to this very day. By 2013, Rose stopped uploading content on the internet altogether. Many assumed she was gone for good, but she did make a surprising return to YouTube in 2016. She now makes very infrequent uploads, and her new videos feel a lot more experimental and detached than her older ones. Hopefully this means she has moved past what happened to her, and is now able to create content she is happy with on her own terms. So there you have the story of Creepy Chan and Rose Gatto, and if there's any lesson to be learned from any of this, it's probably that it's for the best that 4chan does not become attracted to you. And with that thought, I think I'll end the video here. So until next time, thanks for watching.